Hello, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Thanks for joining me again. My team is all rested up, and I have cast all the spells I wanted to cast. Somebody in the comments said that there were actually more summons that I could add to my party, and sure enough, Jaheira has these ice mephits that I have summoned, that I had her summon. So we got a couple of ice mephits flying around with us also. Fox has Scratch and us. Shadowheart has Quoth. I didn't see anything for Karlach. If there's anything else I'm missing, by all means, let me know. We're here just outside of the Statue of Courage, or the Chamber of Courage statue. And we beat quite a few water elementals in the last episode. I don't know if they have any loot worth picking up. Don't think they do. But here's Journal of Past Adventures number 4, which I did read in a previous episode, but I do want to go pick it up anyway. And, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to take another look at it. Maybe something will make more sense to us this time when I read it. A lanceboard trial. A bloody lanceboard trial. And the ground shakes, crystals fall, and I can hear the rustling of metal against rust. If this is the end, let this be my record. Then we must run. Indeed. Some Viridian crystal over here. We may as well pick it up. It'd be silly to leave it behind. So, we're going to leave the Chamber of Courage and we're going to walk this way. Now, last time we walked out this way, there were enemies out here. I don't think there will be enemies out here this time because we did pass the trial here. Nope, something just popped up. Did you see that? What was that? Something just happened there. I saw something flash. Don't know what it was. This guy's glowing now. I don't think he was glowing before. Yeah, check him out. There's a door down here. There's a door here that's locked. Swarming toadstool here. May as well pick that up. I think we're going to go this way. Last time we went straight across and went into this judge's chamber or something like that. But this time, I don't know. Do I want to go down here? Boy, it's pitch black. I love this little sound here. It's kind of nice, right? Kind of soothing almost. Let's see what's on the other side of this door. Another trial, probably. Oh, neat. We got some chest-like pieces in here. Okay. Huh. What on earth? Oh, there's some crystals in the way. Attuned crystals. They're sturdy. These things are resistant to radiant, cold, lightning, fire, necrotic. They are vulnerable to bludgeoning, resistant to piercing, totally immune to poison and psychic. So if we want to hit these things, we want to use something that's going to do some bludgeoning. This weapon here does bludgeoning. Does a little extra necrotic too, but that's fine.
You've made a great pawn, king, queen. Is this Lanceboard?
Okay, so Lanceboard must be the name of a game. And the thing that we picked up in the last episode mentioned Lanceboard. A Lanceboard trial, a bloody Lanceboard trial. And the ground shakes, crystals fall, and I can hear the rustling of metal against rust. Okay. So I had Fox take a swing at this. It's sturdy, but there we go. We just have to hit it a bunch of times. Crystal Skin. Fox now has Crystal Skin. Affected entity has resistance to all elemental damage. Can my team walk through here now? No. Do I need to break this one as well? Come on, Fox. Swing hard, man. Come on. Come on. Okay. Now they can fit through. Chamber of Strategy. Oh boy. You've probably noticed this if you've watched me play any game, that strategy is not my strong point. Oh no, it's not. So we'll see how this goes, but first we're going to read Journal of Past Adventurers number 3. Vendor and Umglir, or I'm sorry, Vedor and Umglir are gone. Our hubris is evident. Elementals took us by surprise. There are still 3 of us for now. This sounds like maybe what they left. They wrote this after leaving the Chamber of Courage, because they mentioned elementals, and we faced elementals in that Chamber of Courage. Oh, I did not pick this up. I'm going to take it with me. Statue of Baldur in there that we're going to talk to here in a bit. First, I want to walk over here and pick up this Viridian Crystal, I think. Okay, that I did. One thing I didn't do that I do like to do
The next move
is have Shadowheart cast light on Fox. Just brighten it up a little bit.
Things have stayed interesting.
Well,
No way forward.
before I talk to this statue, I'm going to hit F5 because I'm scared. Let's talk to it.
Prove your strategic wits. There is but one rule. The Dark King must fall in 2 moves. Are you a commander of armies, or a shivering pawn? Fodder for cleverer minds.
The Dark King must fall in 2 moves. I'm not sure what these are over here. Doesn't look like I can interact with them. They look like hearts, don't they? So, we got a white rook piece, a white king piece, a white pawn, white pawn, white pawn, white queen. Well, I mean, if this works like chess, then I need to take this guy in 2 moves. My first thought would be to move this rook here. And from here, he would be safe from enemies. So I'm going to guess he's going to get to take his turn after I take mine. So if I move this guy here, I'm not sure what his next move will be. No, I can't do that because he is a bishop, and that will put my king in check. So I can't do that. I could move this white queen here, and then his king will only have 1 move. He will have to move to this spot right here. He'll have to move here. And then, then I'm still in check if I move this piece. Oh, okay. No, that won't work either. I was going to say, then I could move my queen here, but then his king can take my queen. So that won't work. Could move my queen right here. And then his king has to move... Aha. No. Then his king would have no choice but to move right here. And then I could move... I won't be able to move him forward 2 spots. Has to be in 2 moves, huh? 2 moves. I could... No. I was going to say I could move my queen right here. But then he would move forward and take my queen. Yeah, I can't move this piece out of the way. That's my problem. Wow, you didn't know you were going to tune in to watch somebody play chess, did you? And, I mean, who knows what he's going to do with his queen. He could take his queen and move it here. 2 moves. 2 moves. Move my queen here. He has to move here. That doesn't do anything. I move my queen here, and he'll have to move here. But that doesn't do anything. What am I not seeing? And if I move my queen forward, he'll just take my queen. So I can't do that. He has more pieces than I do. Actually, why do these have gears on them? Cast spell, huh? I'm assuming I'm moving the white pieces. Because he said we have to take the Dark King. Move this here. I can't move that there. I keep saying that. Do I get to try again if I fail? Move this guy. I don't know.
I'll give it a shot.
Oh. Huh? Okay. Am I moving the king? Examine. Black king piece. How do I move these pieces around? The only thing I do is cast a spell. Oh, invalid move. Oh. Oh, okay. Here we go. I cast the spell on it and then I move it. Okay. Now the king has moved exactly where I told you he was going to move, right here. And now... Ah, this is it. This is it. Now I move the queen here and he's screwed. So, we go here. Move the queen here. And now he is screwed. He has lost. Okay, that was easy. And this one, oh, the Black King has fallen. May you always... What did you say? The Black King has fallen. May you always crush the wicked, be they pawn, knight, or monarch. Proceed. That was pretty easy. I still don't know what these are here. These look like hearts. Maybe we had 3 tries. Maybe that's what it was. And if we had lost, one of these would have gone out. That's my guess. But we don't need to worry about that because we got it on the first try. Yes, we did. Well, I don't see anything else for me to really interact with around here, so we'll be on our way. Luckily, I already knew how to play chess and how the pieces moved. If I didn't, that probably would have been very difficult. That door's not open yet, so let's go this way into what I believe to be the Chamber of Justice. I don't know what this... Oh, this is like an invisible walkway right here that would take us to this door. Do I want to go there first? To this door? Before I go to the judging chamber? Maybe I do. Let's see where this takes us. I'm going to hit F5 so that I don't have to do the chess challenge again. Not that it was hard. Oh. Swelto, Amaps, and Stead. We got some stairs going up here. Oh. Little book flying around. It says, Stead's Virtues of Unions. Okay, so they've got some books flying around there. Oh, and there's a pile of books on the ground here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this pile of books. Oh, okay. There's nothing for us to take from those piles of books. So what do I have to do? Go running around trying to catch these books? Is that what I'm doing? That's kind of what it's looking like. Do I need a net? Like a butterfly net? Chamber of Insight.
The leader has the insight to find good counsel. As a war reaches its end, there is one who doesn't advise for the city's prosperity. Find him and strike him down.
As the war ends... Oh, I don't get to replay that. Okay, all right then. As the war ends, there was one that does not... Something about the city's prosperity. Strike him down. All right, let's go for a walk here. Can I pick up on this book? I mean, am I just supposed to, like, get lucky and click on it? Felt like I did.
Something's on my mind.
Oh. We have, that freaking book encumbered me. Well, we picked up the book. Let's take a look at it. And something else happened. I don't know what it was. Oh, it was like sleight of hand. What was that? Fox succeeded a sleight of hand check. Why did I have to succeed a sleight of hand check? I don't know. But we did pick up a book. Stead's Virtues of Unions, an advisory text suggesting that when powerful forces attack, union is the most appropriate goal. The Virtues of Unions by Alwyn Stead. It is quite obvious that larger kingdoms offer benefits to all peoples within. As a kingdom grows, so does its fields, its populace, and its economy. A few charred corpses is a worthy sacrifice if a dragon offers to share its hoard, after all. So too should you seek union. However imperfect, should a powerful kingdom march its army on your borders. Some friction is inevitable. Of course, citizens' rights might erode, for instance, but such lesser issues will be sanded down by the march of time, such is the price of peace. Okay. And here I am over encumbered again. And I'm going to send this crap back to camp, and I'm going to send this horn back to camp, because apparently I'll never use it. And I got to keep my shovel, though. So many things that I'm carrying around. I don't think I need this shit manifest anymore. Whoa, what? I think I accidentally put it in the wrong place. Yeah, we'll just, that's the book I just picked up. And we're carrying around a lot of gold, too. I mean, it only weighs 1.22. It's not like it weighs that much. A music box, that doesn't weigh much either, but we'll send it back. I thought I sorted by weight. Stuff I'm carrying doesn't weigh much. At least we're not encumbered anymore. So, what's this over here? The 5-year war, a diplomat's record.
Open up.
Whoops. Nothing here. Piles of books all over the place.
Hold still, will you?
Okay, so I guess I have to pass a sleight of hand check in order to pick the book up. Let's see. Jake's Encyclopedia of Eels. The Approachable East, Volume 2. I mean, I don't know if I've read these or not. The pages are stained with dust and mud, but between screeds about hygiene while traveling on the road, your eyes settle on this section. There were those that warned me against straying from the river, but I was out searching for an adventure. And where better than the fields of the dead? Living in Baldur's Gate, one hears much about this grand, grassy plain, but one never visits. And for a place with such a desolate name, it is positively teeming with life. Well, perhaps not teeming, but there are honest farmers to be found here and a large number of ravens. Alas, I had no time to venture near the huge hills, or barrows as the locals call them, but I am told that ancient artifacts are all but bursting out of the ground. A fine spot for a little relic hunting. We'll send that back to camp. Jake's Encyclopedia of Eels, loosely bound, uneven pages hang out of this book. The script is uneven and seems to be written in whatever color ink the author had to hand at the time. Forward. No one wants to read about eels, eh? You stuck-up Candlekeep gits can keep your books on magic and demons and celestial bodies. People are practical folk, and they want to read practical things. Can't make a pie out of stars, can you? No. Eels is important. Right. Let's get one thing straight. Giant lightning eels? Not technically eels. They look like them, sure, and everyone calls them eels, but the shape of the head, the bone structure? You can't tell me that's the same as a giant moray. Now, where can you catch eels? Bloody everywhere. From Neverwinter to El Terrell to Calimport. You can find an eel. But where do they breed, and how? Well, you probably heard the stories that they're just snakes that learn to swim, or they're baby leviathans, or they're underdark spies, but that's all bankum, or bunkum, whatever that is. They breed in the Sea of Moonshay, I'm sure, and then swim all over Faerun. And if those pricks in Candlekeep would give me the money to sail there, I'd be able to prove it. But no, they're too busy studying demon puzzle boxes and mumbling about whatever Alaundo said years ago. Bet Al couldn't tie a good fishing knot for nothing. The book carries on like this for several pages before finally returning to the topic of eels. Alright. Send that back to camp because we're definitely going to want to read that again. Lessons for Sensible Living 12, Zariel's Fall. A slim, cheaply constructed book. The front cover is decorated with an engraving of a grimacing man holding a tankard of ale. So I think we're going to find ourselves quite a few books here. And I don't think I want to stop and read them all right now. But I'll pick up as many of them as I can, and if we don't get over encumbered, perhaps I'll read them later. But yeah, buddy, there are many, many books here. But we are interested in this book that's flitting around. Can I do this? Turn-based mode.
Hold still, will you?
So that didn't work.
Hold still, will you?
Okay. Well, maybe I need somebody else to try it.
I'll see what I can learn.
Okay, so she picked up the book. Item received, Swelto's Ethics of War. So Shadowheart picked it up. Shadowheart, oh, let's see, what does it say? It says, a treatise by Christina Swelto proposing harsh retaliation against political adversaries. The Ethic of War by Christina Swelto. My colleague Amaps proposes fair rules of engagement in times of war and forgiveness upon victory. Are we to spare our enemies then, once they have fallen to our might? Are we to put all hatred behind us when surrender is offered? Indeed not. For what shall we do once our opponent gathers new armies and masses them once again along our borders? We shall wage another war and count the lives snuffed out by our own magnanimity. Once an enemy kingdom is conquered, it must be razed to the ground. Only then can we be free of its specter. Not sure how I feel about that.
No one stopped me yet.
More books. And these books I don't think we've read before. I'm curious about this. Old Baldur's Mouth Letters page? What does this mean? No love for a little razzle-dazzle. The recent profusion of disruptive fireworks plaguing our fair city is absolutely unsupportable. I feel like I'm living in a war zone. Signed, a very tired citizen. Reply from Philogre's Fireworks. Dear Sir, please reply with your personal address that we may post you a crate of Twizzlers, hot shandies, and Rizzle sticks to lighten up your mood. Better yet, stop into Philogre's Fireworks yourself and we can review some of our newer stock. All right. Here is a book here, The 5-Year War, A Diplomat's Record. Well, maybe we should read this one since we're talking about insight. The 5-Year War by Torwin Bass. The war was, in truth, nothing short of a tragedy. It began as a mild altercation between the sanguine sons of the Leo and Vida families regarding, if you can believe it, the proper ownership of a sheep farm. Over the course of 3 seasons, full-blown conflict had erupted between Baldur's Gate and Victon. A pointless war, leaving both cities with nothing but 1,000 youthful corpses to show for it. Oh, okay. Let's see. Rows and rows of books. Anything else for us? Some benches we could sit on if we so desired. Baldur founds a city. Turn-based mode, please. A-Map's memoirs.
Hold still, will you?
He can't pick it up.
No harm in a little. Blasted little thing slipped in my grasp.
Jahira.
Tell them how it's done.
Gah! Ooh.
Goddamn paper cut. Story.
Karlak. Thank goodness. I'm not sure what I would have done had she not succeeded. Come back tomorrow? A-Map's memoirs, the reflections of Paul A-Maps, a halfling humanist whose writings advised fair and peaceful ends to vicious conflicts. My life has been a long succession of pleasures. To see my town take to my ideas and cease legal discrimination of local orcs, to see my fights against horrid living conditions in city factories take off, to have the chance to see a new generation take to these ideas of a better, kinder, fairer, intelligent world and run with it to new reaches of the continent. It was not a life without struggle, however, and I shall regret its failures. My old friend Swelto comes to mind, who adopted such cruel ideologies later in life. I will forever console myself in the idea that such a brilliant mind would only conceive such theories under the strain of exile and the promise of reinstatement, as she ultimately was. What? Okay. Not sure that made a lot of sense to me. Yeah.
Back home will ever believe this.
Here is Baldur founds a city. This text roots its subject on Balduran, a sailor of exquisite renown who founded the city of Baldur's Gate many years ago. The prose is colorful, but a little too self-satisfied round the edges, and the novel would be unremarkable but for one small entry about halfway through. Balduran claimed a guardian and friend Answer. Bright were Answer's scales, and brighter still his breath. Yet after a betrayal too piercing to recount here in worthy detail, Answer fled beneath the stone, thereby changing the name of the region he now slumbers under to match his draconic lineage. Okay, let's take that with us. More rows of books. Here's one called The Purged Palette Midwinter Edition. And now Fox is encumbered. And here's one called The Sea Queen's Wrath. I mean, I'm just picking these up. I'm not sending them back to camp because I don't think we've read them yet. But Fox does have a problem. That he does. And I still find it weird that I sort by weight. But I really don't know what in the world is, weighing so much. Maybe all of these, let's send these over to Shadowheart, because we always have Shadowheart with us. So she'll carry that satchel of scrolls for us, and Fox won't be over encumbered. So, unfortunately, I don't remember what this statue said, other than it was something along the lines of, one of our advisors here does not have the city's best interests at heart, and I'm supposed to strike him down. However, having read those 3 things, I don't know which is which. I mean, well, I don't know. It wasn't clear to me which one is doesn't have the city's best interests in mind. And heck, I don't even... Here we go. Stead's Virtues of Unions. He talks about... let's see... Larger kingdoms. A few... I didn't like this, though. A few charred corpses is a worthy sacrifice if a dragon offers to share its hoard after all. So too should you seek union. However imperfect, should a powerful kingdom march its army on your borders. I mean, I guess if you're sure you're going to lose, you know, a union is better than lots of dead. I mean, he does say such is the price of peace. I mean, he's not necessarily wrong. But I just wish I knew what the guy said. It's just so annoying that it doesn't keep a record of what he said here.
My faith will guide me.
And then, you know, the one Shadowheart picked up called Swelto's Ethics of War. Wait a minute, what was the book? Oh, it was Stead, wasn't it? Stead, Amaps, and Swelto.
Let's get on with it.
So this one here, you know, this person says, do not spare your enemies. I mean, for what shall we do once our opponent gathers new armies and masses them once again along our borders? Once an enemy kingdom is conquered, it must be razed to the ground. Only then can we be free of its specter. And then the one that Karlach picked up is the one that I didn't actually understand. I didn't understand this at all. My life has been a long succession of pleasures to see my own town take to my ideas and cease legal discrimination of local orcs, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all that's great stuff. It was not a life without struggle, however, and I shall regret its failures. My old friend Swelto comes to mind, who adopted such cruel ideologies later in life. I will forever console myself in the idea that such a brilliant mind would only conceive such theories under the strain of exile and the promise of reinstatement as she ultimately was. So I guess Swelto was exiled and then reinstated? I mean, Swelto was the one who talked about raising the enemy. Man, I don't have any idea. I'm gonna strike Swelto. I don't know. I saved it. If this doesn't work, we'll go back to save and try another one. Let's let Karlach do the honors.
Well, what we have here?
An insightful decision. The tree of peace bore lasting fruit. Proceed.
Okay, whatever you say. Whatever you say there, buddy. Now my team has to walk all the way around to get out of here. So, yeah. Such an insightful decision we just made. My first guess was right, so that's good. Well, guess we go into the judgment room now. Of course, there is still this locked doors, which I guess are going to open up once we succeed this final room. Statue of Baldur here that we'll need to talk to. We got all these paintings hanging here, and then in here we have the judge. So let's talk to Baldur and see if I can remember what he says.
Paintings hung on the wall.
Oh,
A true champion knows justice and eliminates those who stand in its way. Restore the balance of justice.
a true champion knows justice and eliminates those who stand in its way. Restore the balance of justice. Looks like we could talk to him again.
Cleanse the world of those who would stand in the way of the righteous. but do not let such cleansing prevent justice. Cleanse the world of those who would stand in the way of the righteous, but do not let such cleansing prevent justice.
Do not let such cleansing prevent justice. So we got some paintings here. Here's one called The Apple.
The apple. The painting depicts a red-haired man stealing a shiny apple from a cart in an open-air market. You know this market, the Wide, where Baldur's Gate citizens and visitors gather to conduct trade and wax political.
Okay. And then
Can't afford to stay idle.
the other people have something slightly different to say.
The painting depicts a red-haired man stealing a shiny apple from a cart in the open-air market called the Wide.
Looking ahead.
So we got the apple. This guy's just simply stealing an apple. How does that relate to what Balduran says?
Cleanse the world of those who would stand in the way of the righteous, but do not let such cleansing prevent justice.
Uh-huh. The child.
Here we go.
The child, a red-haired man, is portrayed with his cloak's hood lowered, giving an apple to a smiling urchin.
Mm-hmm.
Several other children are huddled behind the one receiving the apple, hands outstretched.
So, it's one of those cases, you're stealing bad if it's to feed your starving family. In this case, he's not even feeding his family, he's feeding poor street urchins. That should tug at Fox's heartstrings, having been a street urchin himself. What if Shadowheart looks at it?
The child, a red-haired man,
Looks the same.
portrayed with his cloak's hood lowered, giving an apple to a smiling urchin. Several other children are huddled behind the one receiving the apple, hands outstretched.
Okay.
All right, what now?
Here we've got the induction.
Here goes nothing.
The induction. A red-haired man is depicted in hushed conversation with a dark-haired woman. She wears a cloak with an unusual symbol on it, tally marks totaling the number 9.
What? Okay. Over here we have the theft. Ooh, what's up here? Some, words up here or something. Oh, it's over here, too. What? Don't know what that glowing stuff is. The theft.
The theft. A red-haired man is depicted in the Hall of Wonders, thieving what looks to be a priceless artifact.
Oh, man. Oh. Our arcana failed.
There is work to do.
Can anybody else pass it?
The theft. A red-haired man is depicted in the Hall of Wonders, thieving what looks to be a priceless artifact. It's an astrolabe of entrapment. It could hold a dozen djinn within it, perhaps even more.
Okay, so he's stealing this astrolabe that holds djinn in it.
Can't give up now.
Djinn, aka genies. I just failed the test because I stole that Viridian crystal. The chase.
The chase. A red-haired man is depicted running through the city streets, a flaming fist officer chasing just behind. A cloaked woman, hair dark as a raven, looks on from a safe distance.
Okay, that's the woman he was talking to before. Here we've got the judgment.
See what this does.
The judgment. A stern judge, his pockets full of coin, orders a red-haired man to the gallows. A shiny apple rests on the ground nearby.
So the fact that they mentioned that the judge had his pockets full of coin must be important. Journal of Past Adventures number 2. I don't know if this is going to help us. I hadn't expected puzzles. Is the great worm really hidden behind tests of this kind? I'd expected feats of strength, yes, but nothing like this. Like it was designed for sport. Then I do want to go back and read the first adventurer's notes and see if it mentions anything about the room we're in now. The worm's lair incredible. The legends were true, and we've marked our place among them. We'll prove our worth with unrusted swords and meet the dragon. The good dragon, or so we pray. Okay. Let's see, we've got 3, 4, and 1. Oh, and 2's right here in front of us. I didn't pick it up. So we do have 4 journals. None of them really mention what's going on in this room here. The Waiting Judgments. Oh. Shrouded Paintings. Interesting. So, here's what we know. Red-haired guy steals an apple from a place. He gives the apple to a street urchin. He's then seen speaking with a woman. I think this is the one. A woman with 9 marks on her back. What's the 9? He then is seen stealing an astrolabe that can hold a bunch of gin in it, and not the drink. He's then chased, and then he is sentenced. Okay. F5, thank you. Here is the Waiting Judgment. Oh, we're supposed to insert an item. Oh, am I supposed to... Oh, look closer? Wait, what? Look closer. Oh, hold on a minute. I could look closer at all of these? All right, let's go back. Look closer.
The apple. The painting depicts a red-haired man stealing a shiny apple from a cart in the open-air market called the Wide.
Okay. All right. That's the... Then we could examine it. Okay. Okay, so that doesn't really do anything. So I can look at it, I can attack it, or I can examine it. I can't pick it up, because I was like, am I supposed to pick up one of the paintings and place it here? Doesn't look like it. So do I just go here and talk to the judge now?
Away! Behold, the paintings tell the tale. My judgment is rendered. The thief earns his due.
Okay. The thief earns his due. I'm just looking to see if I could pick any of these up. Doesn't look like it. I could just attack them. Right. What am I not seeing here? Can I look at these shrouded paintings? Pick up, look closer.
The shadows are blocking me. I need to get rid of them somehow.
We need to get rid of the shadows somehow. I thought I saw something here on a granite bench. How do I get rid of the shadows? If I try to talk to the judge...
No! The judge has spoken. The crime must be punished.
I don't think I'm supposed to attack him.
Begone! The sword of justice falls on the wicked.
Cleanse the world of those who would stand in the way of the righteous. But do not let such cleansing prevent justice.
Am I supposed to attack him? Because he says...
Cleanse the world of those who would stand in the way of the righteous. But do not let such cleansing prevent justice.
I mean, it doesn't it seem like maybe he's standing in the way of the righteous? Because, I mean, this seems like a pretty righteous dude. I don't understand this. Maybe he stole this thing because it did have some jinn in captivity and he was going to free them?
The theft. A red-haired man is depicted in the Hall of Wonder.
Oh. Unfortunately, Fox isn't the one who got the arcana on this one.
The theft.
Oh, who did? I thought it was that one. Somebody saw that the thing he stole could hold several jinn in it. I want to guess that maybe he stole it to give to her. Does he give it to her? Oh no, this is when he's running away. Oh, he talked to her first. Never mind. Never mind. He talked to her first. I'm thinking that we're supposed to kill the judge because he stands in the way of the righteous, and he's the one who's causing the fog or whatever, the shadows. And then when we get rid of him, we'll have 3 paintings here, and we'll just have to decide which painting goes here, and that will satisfy the second thing that this guy says when he says,
Cleanse the world of those who would stand in the way of the righteous. But do not let such cleansing prevent justice.
so the guy still needs to face justice, right? Okay. Well, I'll think about that for a bit. And we'll end this episode now. When we come back next time, I think we're going to attack the judge. I think. Because he's standing in the way of the righteous. I think. I don't know. Come back next time and find out what I do. Thanks for joining me on this episode. Thanks to those of you who are still out there watching this. I'm going to play it regardless because I'm having fun. Whether a lot of people watch it or not, that really doesn't matter to me all that much. What matters is that I'm having fun and that those of you who do watch it are enjoying it. I love hearing from you. Thanks for leaving comments. I hope to see you again in the next episode.